Hi. It's a little bright, isn't it? Happy Black New Moon Partial Solar Eclipse Day, which is why we are coming live, because of the fact that it is an extremely powerful day. So I am just going to wait until everybody trickles in. If you were watching me on Instagram earlier, you know that we got the black egg. So that was quite powerful. Hello. Hi guys, I'm just waiting for everybody to trickle in. I know how the notifications have gone. They've been non-existent. So, I'm just gonna kind of wait. I'm gonna try and tie the energy in from the Instagram live earlier on xi_missy_xi. I'm gonna sort of tie it in. So as you guys know that watch that reading, we had the black egg earlier, which is the truth, hidden truth. And today is a very, very powerful day with the, it's actually with Jupiter and Venus in conjunct in Pisces, right? I think I said that right. And then on top of which, it's an extremely rare black moon, which means that it is as powerful as 100 new moons. So today what we want to do is to manifest our heart's desires. We want to believe in magic. We want to we also want to release. What is it that we want to release? What do we want to let go of? But it feels like there's a hidden truth, and it feels very related to something that is protection and something that is not being spoken, maybe because it wasn't the right time. You got the notification? Good. Thank you, Regina. Thank you, honey. So black egg energy was that, the throat chakra that I got earlier on live. I want to go ahead and I want to do the moon cards because, you know, obviously today's a really big fucking day. You got the notifications? Good. Oh, what the fuck was that? I don't feel like these cards are it. Sorry, I hate when I get a sloppy ass shuffle like that. Nope, I don't want that. Only good shuffles. I hate sloppy shuffles. All right, Spirit. It's time to release negativity. See, that's what the fuck we're doing today. It says full moon in Scorpio, but it's really about the energy of Scorpio, which I felt very heavily. If you guys were watching my live on Instagram, you guys know I was going all off about it, feeling the fuck out of scorpionic, plutonic energy, because Pluto just went retro. So, and also because of a lot of you, maybe me, you know, we're feeling this heavy Scorpio energy because of a Scorpio. So it's time to release negativity. This is what we will be concentrating on. We're going to be letting go of the fuckery. We're going to be letting go of the bullshit. We're going to be letting go of anything that is weighing us down. I wanted to shuffle, but look at what's on the bottom of the deck. It says communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Where's the moon right now? Thank you, Symbia. Anybody know where this new moon is in? I have that app on my phone, but I don't want to go on my phone right now. So communication is key. We have the throat chakra from earlier, the black egg, speaking the truth. It feels as if there's no communication happening right now, it feels like that's the block. That's what's throwing everything off, is the no communication. It's not aligned. Green Tara. Supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. Let me tell you, honey, besides Archangel Michael, this is the other card we want to see for protection. Supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitations and trust. So during this rare, powerful black new moon, with this partial solar eclipse, we are going to be doing a lot of releasing and letting go, and also manifesting our heart's desire. Thank you, Light and Smiles. So extreme protection here. Okay, that came out a little weird. Oh, of course it did. Look who it is. It's Master Jesus. Forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. Thank you, Hillary. Thank you, honey. So there's a lot of forgiveness that's necessary here, but also some of you are very connected to the Jesus energy. I mean, we just had Jesus. He rose again, honey. He is risen. Okay, we just had Easter. So that feels really important for some of you. And look at this again with the communication. You have Mercury on the bottom of the deck. Open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. Okay, listen. We got to stop with the shit. We got the black egg, which is the throat chakra, speaking truth, okay? You got communication is key. And then you fucking get Mercury, which is open communication. Get a weight off your chest. And no bullshit, a lot of us are having heavy chest pains and heart chakra things and all this shit happening and popping off. And as I always tell you guys, never, ever, ever self-diagnose yourself. Always get that checked out medically. That, you know, I have, and they're not seeing anything in my chest. It's not my lungs, it's not my heart. So what the fuck is it? Who knows? Someone told me about the, and I just recently found out about it too. I was talking about it on my live. I was tripping the fuck out. How we have those knots, the 3 psychic knots, the Granthis. Bitch, go Google it. I was shocked as fuck. Thank you, Allison. I was shooketh. Okay, go Google it. It may resonate, it may not, but don't you ever go diagnosing your damn self, honey. You always get the shit checked out. Thank you, Lady Arrow. Thank you, Kayla. Hold on a second here. Where was Hillary? There she is. Hold on, I just want to add my moderators. I want to add more. Okay. So obviously there's communication here that needs to happen, that did not happen. Well, if you followed me on Instagram, you guys would know that we already had the card that talked about the indigestion, and that's what many of us have right now is acid indigestion and reflux. So again, I've gone to a doctor and had many tests run on me, so I can, you know, sort of pinpoint whether it's going to be physical or more so spiritual. And for those of you who have not, then you go do the fucking same. Get yourself checked out, okay? That acid refluxy in the solar gut area, like you just can't make it up, you know, something brewing. And then of course the heartburn. I have major heartburn. I literally took a few spoonfuls of non-dairy, it was delicious too, that coconut vanilla yogurt, and it just felt like it was just sitting in my chest, just boom. So what I had to do was drink a ton of fucking water and then go ahead and eat a goddamn Tums. And then when I ate the goddamn Tums, then I felt it sort of like ease away. So that massive acid and indigestion and stuff, honey, it's just shit's brewing in there. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Mama Cray. So let's begin. I don't want to spend too much time on here because I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time for your manifesting and, you know, your purging and whatever the fuck else you guys was doing, honey. I want to remind all of you, okay, on Instagram, I would never reach out to you, solicit you, or DM you and ask if you want a reading or a session. Those are scammers, okay? Do not get fucking duped. The only way you can set up a reading with me is emailing me, saltwaterhealstarot@gmail.com, and then I invoice you via PayPal. And yes, I am accepting reading requests again. It's all in my description box of all of my YouTube videos. And I'm also accepting some Reiki healing sessions as well because I'm a Reiki level 3. So here we go. First card is Tornado. A sudden, unexpected end. It's a storm brewing. It's what I like to call a code glitter. Pardon the lighting. I think I might have to actually fix the thing. Hold on. It's the afternoon here in Hawaii and the sun kind of is peeking over there in my face there. That's much better. It's not as bright. So it's a code fucking glitter. You know, the thing about really intuitive witchy bitches is that you can feel the storm coming before it comes, and it makes us feel super anxious and makes us feel so because of the fact of like we just don't know what it is. So for some of you, you're feeling the storm, but you don't see the storm. And it's very startling. You know, the thing about tornadoes is it's a funnel, yeah, it's a vacuum. It sucks everything up. So there's like a weird sense of like some kind of like a suction vortexy sort of a feeling of there as well. But it does definitely feel sudden. And you even have the SKYPE on the bottom of the deck, which is sudden again. 2 fucking cards right off the bat talking about sudden. The SKYPE is sudden and unexpected. It could also be a release, an accident, you know, shock. It could be a surprise and it's a reckoning, but it feels like it's sudden. Whatever this is, it changes. It could, thank you, Spirit. It could also be sudden communication because we have that heavy communication here. We know that we're in the shadow period of Mercury going retro. Pluto just went retro. Mercury can sometimes affect our speech communication. There could be a lot of miscommunication, delayed communication, electronics not working, you know, transportation be delayed or fucked up, okay? But it feels like a sudden, something comes in suddenly, or sudden communication. I came in like a wrecking ball. It feels like the islands, from separation and nothing. Remember, the islands is standoffish. The islands is lonely, spread out. Thank you, Margot. Thank you, honey. Thank you. So it's like from separation and nothing. I mean, I don't want to say to everything, but if there was no communication, it feels like there will now be a lot of it. You guys want to know this one thing? Oh, you know, all those planets were in Pisces, you know, because I'm a Capricorn moon, so I'm pretty cold emotionally, and you know, I'm an Aqua, so I'm a bit cold too. I was just thinking about this. I was watching something on TV last night, and it was like this thing about, like, she answered the phone, you know, like old school. Remember back in the day when we didn't have all of this electronics with us, right? And the way of communicating was call me, and like they called us. I'm not even kidding. Last night I was watching this thing on TV, and I felt so nostalgic, and I had this like feeling of like, oh, sadness and yearning. And I was like, why can't we be like that again? Why can't we be like that? Where it's like someone calls us and it's the anticipation of the call, and it's like talking to them on the phone, and it's like not FaceTiming and not texting and not emailing and not DMing, but that actual like connection on the phone. And I just was thinking back, and I'm 44, so you know, and when I was in high school, all we had was pagers, honey. You know, cell phones was expensive back then, you know. My mom had an emergency one for the car, but we didn't have no goddamn cell phones. I had a cell phone after I graduated, and it was a motherfucking Nokia, bitch. You know the deals. You know the drills, honey. Who was that? Thank you, I am Big Money Carl. Thank you, Carl. Thank you. But I was like thinking about that, like, oh, that feeling of like talking to someone on the phone. In Hawaii, we say talking stories. And I remember like all the times that I would like meet guys, I mean, not a lot because obviously in high school, but I just remember that we'd go cruising around Waikiki. That was like the way to like meet people back in the day, like when we were in high school and after we graduated. You know, you guys from Hawaii, you guys know the deals. We used to drive around Waikiki, and you just do not even know how many motherfuckers we met literally stuck in traffic. And we used to say Wikes. I don't know, we love to abbreviate everything in Hawaii, right? So we say Wikes instead of Waikiki. Oh, this weekend we're gonna go cruising Wikes, just doing like this with traffic, and we'd meet all these people. And it was like this, again, we're talking about communication, about something in my soul is feeling like that vibe of like how the old school used to be, where we talked on the phone. And it's the anticipation of, what does that say? I love your bracelets, wearing them right now. You are, I see your name, Carl. Now that you say that, I see your name when I pack up packages. And I don't know if you guys, I don't want to bust out the whole bag. Maybe I should. This is the Sakura Cherry Blossom bracelets that's going to be packed up this weekend for those of you that have been waiting. Honey, it's a lot of them. They're ready to go. I already sound charged them. I just have to Reiki them and then pack them up. So For those of you that patiently waited for the Sakura cherry blossoms, they were fucking sitting in customs forever. They finally made it into the U.S. and then of course here to Hawaii. So my mom hand strands each of them, right? Because they come in really long strands, and so it's the process that takes forever. So those that were patient, patience is going to pay off. Thank you, Christy. So anyways, no communication to communication, and I feel like there's an old school vibe here. In fact, I want to see how many of you guys miss that way of communication. Yeah, it's amazing that we can like video our loved ones and you know, that kind of a thing, but it's like when we're getting to know somebody, dating, courting, if you will, it's like that we miss that. We miss that fucking energy of like talking on the phone and like giggling and saying like, what'd you do today? What are you gonna do tonight? What'd you eat for dinner? What are you watching? You know that kind of feeling? Fuck, I miss it. I do, and I'm not a talker really. I'm a loner, you know. I'm an aqua. I'm kind of a lone ranger, so it's not like my forte to like want to talk on the phone. I prefer people to text me, but when it's like getting to know someone on an intimate level like that, oh, fuck. So no communication to communication, and then we have the stork, and beware, it's pregnancy for those that don't want to have a child, okay? Right now. It's pregnancy, but it also is transformation. I was talking about this morning when I was, or earlier. Thank you, 26ARW. I was talking about it earlier, how I felt that strong scorpionic Pluto energy, right? Because, you know, Pluto went retro. And so it's forced transformation, right? So the stork is transformation, change. It's renewing, it's arrival, depart, renovate, move, pregnancy, and birth. So something's arriving. I think it's a long-awaited message. Call me on my cell phone. Dun 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 dun. Very Drake. What the fuck is that? The fireworks. Oh my god. I mean, it feels like there is fireworks when the two of you motherfuckers is on the phone. Thank you, angelic guidance. That's what it feels like. It feels like there is fireworks between the two of you. It is, yeah, Drake is a Scorpio. Fireworks. Chemistry. Well, you're not going to answer the phone if it's a fuck face. I mean, that's ABC's 1, 2, 3s. If it's someone that's karmic that you're not supposed to be fucking talking to, if it's somebody that is unrequited and you trying to fucking get them to love you and like you and give you attention or whatever it is, no. No. We're not going to make excuses for communication that we shouldn't be communicating with a person about. No, don't be talking to no fuckface. The lion. Lion is pride and ego, right? But it's also about being very brave and courageous. This is being lion-hearted. A lot of masculines are going through and have been going through tests to sort of kill off their ego. We all need ego. It's healthy, right? But not that kind of ego. Not the kind of ego that causes them to not see their issues and not want to work on themselves and not see what they're doing wrong. That is some bullshit. But it's also about being brave and courageous, very lion-hearted. The firefly, of course, because chemistry, as I fucking said, 2 cards that say chemistry. Chemistry, this is about a soul spark, magic, and attraction. It feels like when you guys communicate, okay. Let's clarify this shit, okay? When we talk about there's no communication, right, with the island spread out lonely, this can mean several things. This could be for some of you. You're single, not talking to nobody, somebody comes out of the fucking blue. Holy shit, I actually have a spark with this one. Oh my god, it feels like something. It could also be that there's someone that you used to talk to that you don't talk to no more. And then you start talking to them again. Which is you? Where do you belong in this scenario? Do not forget, Mercury in retro, they all come back. All the fuck boys, all the fuck girls, everybody come back sniffing around, trying to see what's good. Don't mean you got to talk to them, okay? But we're prepared for that. We know how it works during Mercury in retro, and this is the shadow period right now. Sometimes the shadow period's worse than actually when Mercury is retro. Sometimes the post is worse than everything else. But I find sometimes, and this is not always, but I find sometimes the shadow is the worst. So that's literally right now. So beware, okay? There feels like there is some kind of a connection here, and it stems from communication, and it's a spark. Maybe it's someone you haven't seen in a really long time, and you see them again, and it's like, oh my God, call me. There's something about calling. Almost, or maybe they're trying to make an excuse to call you and talk to you. That could be it too. You used to call me on my cell phone. All right, guys, hold on. Very powerful moon energy right now. No, with an exclamation mark. Get more information. This is very brotherhoodish, very Merkaba, Star of David-ish. You see all the sacred geometry within here. Feels like a lot of the masculines that have been awakening are finding themselves sort of rabbit holing in some shit, Googling stuff and just sort of getting information about things, and they don't know why. And we know how that works, right? It's intuitively guided to us to sort of check some shit out, go down a fucking rabbit hole. But it feels like it's very primarily the masculines here going down a fucking rabbit hole and shit. Because there's things they need to learn. It's time now, yeah? When you're at a really low vibration, you're not going to understand a lot of shit. It just would go right over your head. Cupid's arrow. I knew this motherfucker was going to come out. Look at that with the engagement ring, bottom of the deck. Cupid's arrow is have faith, love is coming. Surprise invitation or meeting and hesitation. Love is fucking coming. Thank you, Libra girl, are coming back. And it's the timing of it too, right? When? Well, everybody's on a fucking different schedule. But if you feel really lonely and you feel like you'll never meet someone, that's exactly what the fuck you got to stop thinking and saying to yourself. You got to stop saying, I will never meet anybody. I will be lonely forever. That's impossible. You can free will that. You can free will being alone forever. You can choose to be alone forever. You can manifest that energy. You can call it into you. You can, bring that in. Reel the motherfucker in. Or we can say, this is a passing moment. Maybe you're supposed to be alone. Maybe there's something you're supposed to do alone. Heal. Lick your wounds. Learn something. Better yourself. Go back to school. Build an empire. Learn fucking karmic lessons from the past that has trickled with you in this life. Right? You always have to trust the process. It's a codependent thing to feel like you always have to be with someone. Are you codependent? Maybe you were. Are you still codependent now? See, there's a difference, right, between being alone and feeling lonely. You can be alone and feel wonderful and feel fulfilled and understand timing and understand patience and the way that it works. Or you can be alone and feel lonely and feel that you're missing out, and it's FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. And it's yearning and wondering, oh my God, and that's off balance energy. That's low vibed and it's misaligned. Because to be aligned is to be at peace with what is and what is not. And maybe during this particular new moon, if you have any of those feelings that arise in you of anxiousness, of sadness, of yearning, of I want it now, Maybe you can release that into the universe. That energy of being overly anxious. Enjoy your time of alone. Because for some of you, you're going to roll into a season of not being alone, having a lot of children, maybe taking care of your other half, running businesses, running a household, cooking dinner, washing clothes, going on vacations with them. There's going to be times when you might say, damn, I remember those days I was alone. I kind of miss it. I'm tired. I remember those days I just laid there watching Hallmark Movie Channel. I remember those days I was trying to find something to watch on Netflix alone by myself, eating a pizza on a Tuesday because I wanted to. Or eating fucking ice cream for dinner on a Thursday night. Oh, I miss just being able to lay here and just have my own thoughts. Because remember, even though we love being in relationships and what have you, we do miss our alone time as well. There's going to be moments when you're going to say, wow, I kind of do miss that. That quiet time I had with my children. That quiet time I had with myself. Remember, trust the process always. It's always about, what is this trying to teach me? This period of time of alone. This period of time of lessons. Of pain and heartbreak. Is it a lesson that we're supposed to learn? Are we supposed to just sit in the quiet, right? Are we supposed to heal? Are we supposed to release and surrender? Thank you, voice of reason. Thank you, honey. Right? Trust the process. Right now, a lot of people are feeling this turmoil of Pluto, right? Pluto retro. Mercury is now in the shadow period of going retro soon. And yeah, that's the case there with that. So, thank you, love you, angel. So like I said, I don't want to keep you guys for too long. I am going to go ahead and just give me 1 second here, guys. Hold on. Because like I said, I want you guys to manifest and stuff. All right, let's go ahead and shall we hit it with the Edgar Allan? You know, Edgar Allan Poe deck is real deep as fuck, and here he comes immediately, the Emperor. We also have the Wheel of Fortune, bottom of the deck. Wheel of Fortune is that scarab. You know that scarabs represent transformation and rebirth. So there is this new cycle and there's this rebirth. It feels like this motherfucking Emperor is being rebirthed. There's a transformation. He is risen, if you will. Remember, we had Jesus energy here. He is risen. Someone here goes through a tremendous transformation. It's death of the ego, death of pride, things of all that sort, right? The Emperor is Aries energy's god of war. But as you can see, this Emperor has a pen and paper in his hand. And he's about to write something. Is he doing manifestations? Is he a writer? Is he writing music? Is he writing poetry? Or is he rewriting his story? I think it's the latter. I think this motherfucker, after his awakening, after he is risen, is rewriting his story. Could be snail mail, could be sending a message to you, could be symbolic of that, right? Symbolic of wanting to communicate. He's rewriting his story, 100%. It feels as if this Emperor can choose differently. This Emperor can choose a different life, can choose a different way of being. Thank you, BB. The Emperor has taken back his power. He's now empowered. He will now communicate. It's something about the power of the speech. Two of Wands. Two of Wands here is making a choice, making a decision. Seems like there's a lot of chatter going on. Someone here may have been really confused about making a decision because there was just a lot going on around them. And see how when they're in solitude, they seem to sort of have that fixated look on their face. They're clocked in. They're able to concentrate. They're able to hear. The Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but look at her. She has a scarab on top of her fan. She also is holding these binoculars, yeah? Fan can hide you, yeah? It's like deception with the fan. Hiding oneself, so that's reveal. Feminine could be revealing herself. It's almost as if they see each other. You see that? She's letting him see her. Four of Pentacles. 2. I've always said it would come down to 2. Knight of Pentacles. Look at him standing there, all excited. He's got money on the ground here too. Feels like this masculine had to go on his way and he had to go and do his shit. He had to go be victorious. He had to go learn his lessons. He had to go fall flat on his fucking face. He had to go and screw up. He had to go be with other people to know it wasn't it. He had to go and make his goddamn money. He had to go make his fortune. He had to go build an empire. He had to go back to school. He had to go out, get promoted. Whatever the fuck it is. He had to go do something. He had to go make something of himself. And remember in, oh, I fucking love that movie too. Sweet Home Alabama. Remember in the end when he was like, I went to New York and did it and I went to try to prove myself. And she was like, you about done? You about done proving yourself? You about done running wild out there? Convincing yourself you don't need me, you don't need love, you don't need nothing but you and yourself and your shit? You ready to love now? You ready to settle down now? You learn your lessons? Are you at a high vibration now? Are you ready? 6 of Winter. Positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from troubled times, traveling or relocating. The Sun. Plans that work out perfectly. Amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations. Gratitude for the blessings of life. The Sun is enlightenment. It's awakening. It's truth. It's success. It's healing. Everything here screams beautiful energy. Positive changes are on their way. Traveling or relocating, right? Plans that work out perfectly. Amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations. Didn't I just say awakening? Look at the card, awakening. We got that earlier on my live on Instagram. Change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness. A temporary pause in the action. I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. 10 of Summer, the 10 of fucking Cups. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends. Raising children wisely. People you can trust. It's the card of having it all, the feeling of having it all. Happily ever after. 10 of fucking Cups. Bottom of the deck is King of Autumn, which is King of Pentacles, which is the wealthy fucking man. Compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and gifted. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way. A good person or company to work for. This King of Pentacles, this wealthy man, has been coming out non-fucking stop. Because he had to go and prove himself. He had to go and make something of himself, remember? So if you've never met this person yet in this life, you'll know. It'll be the stranger you recognize. Now, if it is someone from this life, they had to go and do their shit. Now they're going to come back. Truth, communication. Communication is key. All these cards say communication here. And it feels like this time it clicks. This time is it. This is it. The Hermit. Temperance. Temperance is balance. It's patience. Hermit is the Virgo and Sag energy here too. Hermit is searching for the truth, but what it's searching for, it has. So someone went searching for something that they already had. Feels quite symbolic. And then the Four of Cups. I was searching and yearning for something I already had. That feels real fucking relevant. Something may have been hidden in plain sight. There he is again. The Emperor again, different deck. They're ready. It's like they're ready now. They're the right vibration now. They're ready. They've learned their lessons. They've made something of themselves. They've tried to be with other people. They're all I can tell you is it feels like they're ready. But everything with this new moon here, it starts with us first, right? Everything has always been about us, not the other person. So this new moon, we are going to purge, we are going to release, we are going to find peace, we are going to ask for healing, protection, we are going to manifest abundance, right? Call in financial abundance. We are going to create space, and then we are going to manifest our heart's desires. We are going to ask for the things that we yearn for, and things for our greater good. Don't be asking for no motherfucking devil dick, bitch, okay? Now that ain't gonna help you with no means, with nothing, okay? That's gonna make your shit worse. Ask for things that are gonna be for our greater good, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and do that tonight. And remember now, the moon's energy is super strong. So it was strong yesterday, today, and then tomorrow and the next day after is gonna be pretty strong. Light your candles if you want to. Put your crystals, you know, out there if you want to soak up. I'm very cautious when it's an eclipse as far as like having the energy soak up my crystals. I always intuitively feel it. Some eclipses I feel like, yeah, I want my crystals to be soaked up, and then some I'm like, not really, because you know, eclipses are wild cards. It's hidden, yeah. Remember in Charmed, remember how when they got married during an eclipse so that they couldn't see above, it was hidden. So eclipses are hidden, it's protected, yeah. There's a shield, which is why I'm not doing any personal readings today, just because I don't want to be blocked, and I don't want to kind of interfere with the energy that right now it feels like the universe is giving the energy to us, and I don't necessarily want to combat it or go against it. You see what I'm saying? I want to just embrace it, try to understand it, and soak it in. So I myself am going to be doing a saltwater bath later. Lucky me, I live in Hawaii, so we have amazing, you know, Hawaiian salt here. I'm going to be soaking in a tub of salt water. I'm going to light some candles. I'm going to soak in the tub with my crystals. And I'm going to be hard at work packing up all of those bracelets with the Sakura cherry blossoms for those of you that have been so patiently waiting for them, okay? So I should have everything packed up by Monday, you know, as long as everything goes right. I am not feeling well 100% myself, so I'm a little bit sluggish and tired. So I'm going to try to do the best that I can. But I want you guys to rest, okay? Rest, put your wishes out there, put your manifestations out there, whether it's paper to pen, or pen to paper, or whether it's speaking it. But yeah, I mean, right now is the time. The veil's so thin, right? We have Beltane starting tomorrow as well, May 1st. In Hawaii, we call that May Day. It's always been a big deal in Hawaii. You know, we're kids in elementary and stuff, whatever. We have like a celebration, you know, the dancing and the Hawaiian music and all this stuff. We call it May Day is Lei Day in Hawaii. So, you know, the flower thing, you know. So, yeah, Beltane is going to be, it's just another powerful energy too. So you see how just back to back to back, we have all of this powerful energy. So Beltane tomorrow. Tonight we have that eclipse, partial solar, with this black new moon. So I want to thank you guys for all of the amazing donations that you guys gave me during this live. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. Right now I'm doing another round of past life oracle readings on YouTube because I have finished all 12 zodiac signs for May. So I thank you guys so very much. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.